Hey guys, I'm Ash.
And I'm Pete.
We're two friends with a combo of 7 kids ranging from toddlers to 20s and 2 crazy husbands.
Our paths were not easy. With childhood battle wounds, divorce, second marriages and all, we somehow found each other. And together we talk real life, laugh, cry, and figure out how to survive the day.
Music is by Dustbowl Champion. To hear Dustbowl Champion's newest hits, search Dustbowl Champion on Spotify. Hey guys, it's Ash and P.
Hey.
I'm so glad that there's no Sambucaki behind you.
I know. That's what happens when you record in the evening versus the morning, I guess.
I know, but I kind of like during the morning.
I do too.
Personally.
I really do. We're going to have to figure something out for this week in the morning because I have some plans I want to do in the day, but...
Oh, no.
I know, but that's okay.
Well, no, you just tell me. All I have is a lunch date, so just let me know.
Hot.
Is
he bald? And
no,
5'5"?
She's got hair. It's a girlfriend. Not Jason. I know he came by today, so I'm super late at getting my Christmas cards out. We had a whole fiasco happen with our cards. So Jason's like,
what was your fiasco? Because the only reason why I ask you is because this was a whole thing we talked about. Like, this is the first year where it's like, oh my gosh, Tristan, I only have her for so many days, and trying to get the right picture for the card, and you've got kids scattered. So
yes. So no, the photo was not an issue at all because what we do because
you took them early, right?
So we took them in was it January or February?
Yeah,
one of those times. So we did it at that time. So we already had the picture. I waited too late to order them, even though I've had them forever. I ordered them. They turned out awful. So then we had to order them elsewhere. They turned out good. But now I'm so ghetto that I don't have Microsoft Office on my personal computer because I don't want to pay for it, right? So annoying. And it's so stupid. Remember, you used to be able to buy it, you had a disc, download it, it's forever. And now they're like, oh, you have to do an annual service. Stupid. I hate it. And I'm cheap. I don't want to do that. So luckily, for Clovis Unified students, you get 5 free downloads, right?
Yes.
Cannot get it to download to this computer. I can't get the boys to log in. It's weird because they can log into their Clever accounts, but they can't log into like the Microsoft account. It's so annoying.
I need to get. I just remembered I was supposed to. I need to get a picture of Danny's login stuff for one of her programs at school.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so you can't get it on your phone. So you're just trying to do labels, right?
Yes. Yeah. How did you know that that's what I was stuck with? Oh, because I said Microsoft.
Yes.
Yeah. Could you hear my kid?
Yes, I could.
Is that what you were making that? Oh gosh. It's fine. I just told him I was recording, but it's okay. Whatever.
Have you tried doing it on Google?
Okay, so whenever I pull it up in Google, it's like a new one.
Okay, or have you tried to convert them? Have you gone to like the Avery website?
I only have gone to Avery to download the template in the past.
You should be able to import your list. You have, I'm assuming you have a list.
Okay,
already?
So my list is just my labels. Okay. I don't have it on like an Excel form.
You have it in Word.
Is that what you mean? Mm-hmm.
You might still be able to do it.
Okay, I'm gonna have to try. So this got way off topic. See, I forgot why I even brought this up. It was about a date with my husband. So I said, "Hey, send me," this is real ghetto, "Send me the labels, email them to me if you haven't left yet." And so he's like, "I tried to email him, it won't let me email them. I can bring you the computer." So I'm like, "Okay, if you want to, whatever you wanna do, because 'cause I'm just gonna fix them at work, right? On break."
Mhm.
Um, and use Microsoft on the company's, thing. So whatever. So he brings a computer. Well, he's in a rental because you've not ever smelt the exhaust that goes into his car when he uses defrost, have you?
No.
It's horrendous, okay? It is seriously as if you are right behind a truck with all of the windows down. It's just like an
Why?
exhaust smell. I have no idea. We we've complained about it multiple times. This is his work vehicle. Complained about it multiple times. They said they fixed it, blah, blah, blah. We thought it was fixed for like a quick second. It was not. So he has a rental right now because they're supposedly fixing it. They suck so bad. Ford Fleet, no, they're horrible. Don't ever use them. So anywho, he's in this red truck and he's like, "Hey, I'm in the parking lot. Come get your computer." So I go out there and I come back in, and my coworker like pulls his head out of our boss's office and he's like, "Huh, you have some strange men coming over to work, dropping things off." And I was like, "Oh, I didn't know my husband was a strange man." And so I walk into the office and they were like, "You have a truck?" I'm like, "No, it's a rental, whatever." They're like, "Yeah, that's a good excuse." My boss is like, "I always thought you were pretty innocent, but I guess not. I guess not." I was like, "Oh yeah, just bringing guys over to work to drop off my computer." Um, so yeah, that's why I go on other dates with people because it's just my thing. So
Okay,
yeah,
so so so
I know.
so you haven't gotten your labels out. So are you going to be able to? Well, you're going to try to get them. You're going to try to do the Avery thing. You can send them to me. I have Word. I have Excel,
You're so
and
fancy.
you're so ridiculous.
Um, well, I was also struggling. Well, one, I've been having a hard time staying up late. So Jason got so
That's a
mad.
good thing.
It is, but he says he wasn't mad, but I was like, "Well, why did you wake me up like that then?" Because I was on the computer trying to do the Christmas card and I fell asleep. And so he like slapped the bed and I'm like, "What? Like, I'm sorry, I'm freaking tired." And so then I fell asleep again and he like nudges me. I'm like, "Here, if you don't want to wait until tomorrow morning, here, take it." So then he ended up doing it. Well, forget why I started saying that. It was about you being fancy, I think.
Uh huh.
No.
So you just
Oh,
have to
no.
print the
What it
labels.
was is that I don't know where my file is from last year.
Oh,
So when I was at work, I sent myself some files that I thought were correct. But then when I got into them, the girls' addresses were wrong. They were their old
um,
addresses. And so I'm like, how come it says 2020? It says 2023 was the
that's the
last time I
worst.
was in the file. So it's annoying. So yeah, I have to try it out after this. I'll see what I have.
Okay,
And
don't
then
fall
if not,
asleep when you try.
I won't. I'll be in here, so I shouldn't fall asleep. So yeah.
Um, I do remember you working on projects and falling asleep working on projects. That's so
Remember your wedding chalk and the night before your wedding, I just slept on my living room floor. That's my own fault though, because I'm such a procrastinator. So
Yeah,
that's my bad.
yeah.
My fault. So yeah. Anywho, but yeah.
Okay. Well, my
How
my cards are barely going to be going out like Friday or Saturday anyway, too. So
oh, okay.
don't
So
feel
maybe I'll
bad.
be right on time with you.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I
I've
got
only gotten
Amy's.
two.
Really?
I've only gotten two.
Okay. Well,
Maybe no
but
one
you've
loves me anymore,
moved.
but
You moved too. So
I
what if people didn't save your new address?
I get my mail forwarded.
It still forwards? Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Well, I don't know. All I know is that before we left for Thanksgiving, I had already gotten Amy's card.
Oh, she's
So
awesome. She's on it.
I was
No,
like,
I've
what the
only
heck? I feel
gotten
so bad.
2. So I feel like you probably won't be as behind as you think.
Okay, good. I feel like because I had my photo at the beginning of the year, I should have been set, right? Like,
Yeah.
should have been done.
Okay, before we move on from Christmas cards, what company did you go to that they look like shit, and which company did you use, and do you normally use?
Okay, so we use all different ones. It just depends on where I find a card that I like. Um, I got them from the shitty ones were from Walmart, which I've used Walmart in the past and they're fine. This time the cardstock did not seem like the regular cardstock. Like it kind of printed glossy-ish, in not a good way. Not like a photo glossy, but you know what I'm talking about, I'm
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
And then all of the cards were curved. And I was like, oh heck no.
Did you ask
Um,
for a refund?
I will be. Yeah.
Good.
I'll take them back. I just haven't yet.
Do you do 1
Um,
hour or do you do it online and have it mailed?
um, I've done both. I don't do 1 hour typically,
Because that's the
because
photo gloss,
yeah, I feel
right?
like they
Yeah.
yeah, I feel like they're the ugly looking ones. So I normally don't do that. And I've had ones that turned out just fine doing it the way that I did, but these turned out so crappy. So we just ended up going with, oh, so sad. Okay. So Shutterfly,
Mhm.
which that's fine, but I saw the card and I was like, "Oh, you chose that card." I would not have chose the card. I don't like it.
Oh, you mean
So,
Jason chose it?
yeah. So photos, I selected the photos. So I'm good with those. The card design that he selected, I was like, yeah,
Why
no,
does Jason select the card design?
because I fell asleep.
Oh.
Yeah. Normally he doesn't. Normally I'll like get a few that I like and like, hey, which one do you like? And he'll say he likes one or I don't care, whatever, whatever.
Yeah.
But this time, because I fell asleep, he did it. When you see it, you'll understand what I mean. You're going to be like, oh, okay. So hopefully, everyone who gets a card, maybe I should write a note like, hey guys, Jason picked this design. Don't judge me.
Oh, wait till you see ours.
Why?
Because I came with receipts, girl.
Okay. Okay. Well, I thought you were going to say that you had to go with an ugly design.
No, I,
No.
I don't think
Hmm.
it's ugly, but I feel like it's a very wordy card. But that's okay. I feel like it's been a wordy year.
Oh,
So
I like
we'll see.
that. I think next year I'm gonna have to have a wordy card. Do
Okay,
you want to know
so
why?
yeah, I do.
Because Jason just told
Hold
me
on, hold
that
on, hold on, hold on, hold on.
what?
Damn it. Hold on. Wait a minute.
I'm not gonna hear it, but you will.
Okay, why?
Jason told me that this is gonna be our last year of family cards.
Really?
Yes, because we're gonna be grandparents. So, our oldest Deja she's 10 weeks pregnant. The baby could be born on my birthday or Lindsay's, but her due date currently is July 8th. So it is
Sorry.
possible. Huh?
Sorry, I may have been cheering a little too loud for a little
Oh.
too long.
I can't hear it. But so he said we're not going to do family cards anymore. Like not the whole family, and that we're not going to do family ornaments anymore. And I was like, I started my period the other day. So I really started tearing up and I'm like, why? Like, no, I don't really want to hear this right now. Don't talk to me about this. And he's like, what you want to keep doing it? Like our kids have their own families now. I'm like, well, yeah, I kind of do. but it would be odd. I
So
guess, you know?
the big news is Ashley's gonna be a grandma,
Yes.
and she is a very young grandma. I was thinking about this and I'm like, okay, there's so many levels to this.
Mhm.
So many tiers to this cake, okay? There is not just a
Like,
one tier.
tears?
Oh,
No,
tiers,
levels.
levels.
Okay.
So, my like first, we're going to start with the selfish portion of it, okay?
Okay.
Selfish portion. We could be fucking grandmas now. What in the fuck? Okay. What the fuck?
And but really even doing the math, it's like, yeah,
Truly,
that like, even though she's not mine biologically, I technically I could have had a kid at 20 and they could have a kid at 20. I mean,
I had Tristan right before I turned 21.
yeah,
Tristan is 19 years old
she could
and
give you a baby. A
she
grandbaby,
could.
not a baby.
A grandbaby.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I could be like a grandmother.
Yeah.
I mean, that is insane.
I know. Jason
It
told
is
her
insane. It is insane.
it is
Like,
crazy, right? But I was thinking like, I mean, really, she's 26, she'll be 27 when the baby comes. Um, and so really I could have been a grandma sooner, you know? Can you hear the well, so also Jackson broke his ankle, so I'm just trying to hear to make sure he's not falling. Um, so yes, I could have been a grandma much sooner just because, you know, I was 13 when she was born. So, you know,
yeah.
technically could have been much younger, but yeah. So, Jason, I'm recording. Oh, sorry, Nancy. I love you. Are you leaving? Oh, I thought it was.
I did too.
Um. Okay. Sorry, guys. Hayden's girlfriend checking on me. Anywho, um. So,
Her next grandbaby mama.
yeah, maybe, maybe they're young. They're young.
Yeah, yeah,
Um.
let's hope not, but yeah.
Jason told her, "Man, I'm not even 50 yet." I was like, "Well, I mean, you're getting close. At least you're
He is getting
close."
close.
Mhm. And
Um,
he's been a J-pop for a while.
so I feel like we're not J-pop status yet. Like we're not old enough to be grandparents, but I mean,
We
technically it's
did have our kids
possible.
early.
Yes, and it is possible. I
Mhm.
just don't feel like I'm old enough to be a grandmother. I have a kindergartner,
Well, that's what
still.
I was
So
gonna
that,
say. For you too, your
yeah,
youngest is
mine
young.
are little still. But the other portion of that is we have some friends that aren't that far off of us. We have some friends that are a little bit younger than us
Yeah.
in their mid 30s, mid to late 30s. And they're talking about having another baby. And I am like,
When
we
are you
need to
ever gonna go
have
on
no.
vacation with us?
I am done having friends under 40. Okay. No, because I am sorry. I can't be a grandma and I got grandma over
Grandma
here and,
friends.
I got
New
pregnant people over
mom.
here.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, what is happening? This is like the ultimate, like when you see all of the reels where they're talking about welcome to your 40s where you could be, this is
Oh.
like real life, right? Like
Mhm.
you could be a grandma or you could be having a baby. Like you just,
Yes. I could
what
not
is
be having
going
a
on?
baby.
Well, I can't either. My husband is not me, but my husband can't. So
I am, and I would be thoroughly upset if 15 years later it turns out it didn't work, you
I
know?
just am like mind blown. So this is my selfish part. This is like I'm going to just go ahead and say it. Like, this is like the total like part of me that's like, What? Like, no, we're not old enough for you to be a grandma. Like, no, no,
Yeah.
no. Um, so super, super crazy on that level. But yeah, we did have friends talking about babies, and I'm like, okay, well, I guess we'll go have a vacation with you in like 10 to 15 years.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
we're done with all that. Like, I know I still have little ones, but I can leave my littles. They're
Yeah.
fine. They're fine.
Yes.
I'm not trying to go back to baby stages at all. At all. The other portion of that is like you said, if you're not doing a family photo, well, poor Kyla. Kyla doesn't get a family photo just because she doesn't have any kids.
Because Deja's having a
Yeah,
baby.
she ruined the family
Um,
photo.
I mean, gosh, I don't know. That is the weird thing for me when
I mean,
Jason says
she's
that, like, well, not
older.
our whole family. I'm like, yeah, but if we do it with just the boys, I feel weird. But then if we only did it with the boys and Kyla, then that's even more
Weird.
weird.
Yeah.
And maybe I just do it to myself. You're
Yes.
welcome, everyone.
Just put the dogs on there. River and Truly.
Ew. Ew. No, they do not deserve to be in the card. Did you just hear them making all that ruckus?
No, but
See, grandma, ruckus.
I will tell you. Yes, grandma. Exactly. Old Biddy over here.
Yeah.
No wonder you got your tinfoil on these days and you're
I
all about the
I should have
conspiracy theories.
known. I
Yes.
should have known that she was pregnant by my behaviors.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm. Yeah.
Um, so, I just keep thinking, like, I will tell you one of my most favorite, but you're not there yet because you still have kids in the house. But one of the, like, my most favorite cards that I get for Christmas, I just love getting every single year, is one of our friends. It's his parents. His mom sends it to me
Oh,
every Christmas, and it's of them, her and her husband, the
yeah.
grandparents, with their grandchildren. And I love that. But they're
Oh,
on a different level because their kids are all grown and they all have separate lives. And it's
yeah.
just them. And it's not them and their kids. It's not them and their kids and
Just
their
them and the
spouses and all that.
babies.
It's just them and the babies. And I love those cards so much. I think that's so cute that they do that. I wish my family, like I wish my mom would do that, but that
Well,
would be too much to get a card getting out in the mail on time. I mean, she can barely make it out of the house on time, let alone try to mail a card on time.
that's my problem. See? Always running late. Um, yeah, I it makes me sad. It makes me very sad.
Yeah.
And I feel like, well, why couldn't we just have Deja and the baby on there? Or maybe we just do our kids. I don't know. I
But
don't
then what are
know.
you going to do? You're going to add her boyfriend. I mean, it keeps
No,
going. Exactly. So, so she has to do her own cards,
I know, but
which
it
I'm sure
just
she would
makes
love
me
to do.
sad.
I'm just
And
saying.
then what? Then I just start leaving them off of the ornaments?
Yeah.
How does all see, you know what? If I never got into any of this stuff, the family photos, the ornaments, I wouldn't even have to worry about this.
Well, what you do is I mean, it's not going to go on your tree, but you do a separate ornament for her and the baby.
I know, but then what about my ornaments?
Mm-mm, not on your ornaments
Ugh,
anymore. My
just that
mom's
ornament.
ornament only has like we all have our own ornaments from my grandparents. They give us every single year we get an ornament from my grandparents. I don't know if what we're getting this year, if they found a place because the place that they had last year closed. It was closing this year
Oh, you know
at the
what?
coast.
I saw they should have gone to the mall. When we were over there, when we went to the mall, there was a place.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see what happens, what they figure out, but we have all of these ornaments with our names on them, our kids' names on them and everything. And my mom's only has I think her and her husband. That's it. Because we all have our own individual ones.
Yeah, I mean, I won't do one. I don't know. Maybe this really I can't have this be the last year. The boys are still under 18.
Right. Well, that's what I mean.
And then what am I gonna do?
You
Get
would do one
Kyla an
with
ornament for herself?
I know. I
That's
feel like
dumb.
if I were Kyla, I'd be angry. Because now my whole thing is now where am I gonna stand? I got all like I'm in the land of misfits over here. I'm in between. I'm an
Yeah,
in-betweenie. I don't have a
yeah,
family yet, but I'm not starting my own family, you know. So
yeah.
I gotta
I
stand
just
on
don't
my
like
own.
it. It's I mean, I know they grow up and that's fine, but I'm not ready yet. I
I don't blame
still want
you.
my cards, still want my ornaments.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't like it. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Well, and here's the thing, and it's really hard. I cannot imagine. I know that Tristan will, I pray all the time that God will help her and make her decisions in everything that she does. But I know that I can't control what she decides to do. And I can only be here and show love and support. It doesn't mean that I'm going to agree with it. It doesn't mean that I'm going to voice that my disagreement with it, because I will always voice my opinion, no
Yeah,
matter whether you like it or not.
yeah,
Especially with my children, that's
right,
I'm here for the truth. I'm here to love you,
right.
and but I'm also here to tell you what I feel.
Yes.
Um, and it's hard to see them making these big decisions. I
Yeah,
can't imagine, like, between 19 and 26, what that's going to look like. Like, I can't even
and it's gonna go like
imagine.
that.
I believe it because I feel like it already
Gosh.
has,
Yeah, yeah,
we
it
were
has.
I was in Danny's classroom, and I was working in the classroom, and the teacher goes, I have a question for you. I say, yeah. She goes, who named your elf? And I said, what? She goes, did Danny name her Margaret? And I said, no, actually, the elf is from my oldest daughter. It was her elf, and my oldest daughter named her Margaret. She goes, that is such I go, proper name? She goes, yes. I go, it is such a proper name. She goes, it's so funny.
Yeah,
I go, I know everyone's elf's name is like Sparkles and like, Cupcake and, whatever. And ours is Margaret, and she was
yeah.
like, I think it's adorable. I love it. And it made me think, and I had to go back to the book, and I came home and opened up the book on Elf on the Shelf, because I remember when we bought it, and swear, like, Elf on the
That
Shelf,
means parents turn off if your kids
the book, I remember buying the
Oh.
book. I remember buying the book, and I
I
remember
never did
reading
that.
the book, because it was like right when the book came out, and the date on the book is filled out in the back with her name, and it's 2012. And I thought, 12 fucking years. I've been
Yeah,
doing this shit.
that
I've
that
been doing
is
this
too
shit for 12
much.
fucking years.
Mm-mm. I could
Yeah.
barely do it for as many as I did. There were nights where it was like, "Oh, I don't what'd you guys do? Why didn't it move? What
And can I
were
tell
you
you,
bad?"
I swear Georgia she has my memory, unfortunately, for all of us. And she has like total recall. Well, I'm upstairs, and I come downstairs, and I hear Danny crying. This is over the weekend. And I'm like, it was like Sunday or something. And I go, what's going on? Why is Danny crying? And Tony goes, oh, Georgia just told her about the time that she touched Margaret, and Danny's crying. I'm like, it's
Oh my
okay,
gosh.
Danny. Remember, we wrote a letter to Santa, and it's okay.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, this is like 3 years ago, but
Yeah,
Danny's
yeah.
bawling over the fact that she did that. Like, she could not believe. She's like, "I
Oh,
can't
she didn't
believe I tried
remember
to
that
catch
she
her
did that?
magic." No, she was like 2.
Oh, oh, okay.
And she's
I
like,
feel
"I
like
tried to take her magic."
I as a sibling, I would have been like, "Do you remember when? Do you" like, for the last 3 years, I would have been telling her that.
I know. Well, I'm like, how did she just pull that out of thin air? All of a sudden, Georgia just remembers to tell her sister, "Remember that time we tried to make Margaret's magic go away and you touched her?" Like, gosh. And Danny's over there bawling.
Oh, that's so funny. Oh my
Well,
goodness.
congratulations, Grandma.
Thanks, thanks.
When will you find out if you're having a grandbaby boy or a grandbaby girl?
I'm not sure. She's further along than she had thought. And she actually was able to get the test done at work. Um, and so she had them done. Then she went to like a clinic just to get the like official, right? Um, and so she has to set up an appointment. So we just found out 2 days ago. I think it was 2 days ago. So she still has to make that appointment. Which she's like, I probably won't get in until after the new year. I'm like, you're going to be out of your first trimester by the time you go to the doctor. My
Oh my
goodness.
goodness.
She's like, she's like, well, she doesn't have a doctor there. So, because goodness gracious, that girl, I swear, she is like you as far as seeing doctors. It's just not, and I'm like, you gotta do that one though.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
gotta stay on top of that one.
Yes, that one you do.
Um, but so she has to find a doctor and then schedule the appointment. So hopefully it'll be before the new year, but I don't know. Just because I would like them to get, you know,
Things going, make sure
yeah,
everything's good, and yeah,
yeah, get her
get
on
her on a
her
schedule.
vitamins. And I mean, I
Yeah,
know she can get her vitamins over the counter and whatnot,
yeah.
but I always like to get mine prescribed. It's cheaper that way. I said I'm cheap, remember?
Depends on your insurance.
True. True,
Um,
true, true.
all right, Grandma. Well, we're gonna take a quick break, let you get your Mylicon or what is it? Prilosec. I don't know what you
I
take.
think I think, oh,
Get some
milk of magnesia? No, Metamucil's an old school, right?
Metamucil.
I'll go get my Metamucil.
Yeah, get some chamomile tea and we will be right back. Segment music by Callie Grace. For more of Callie Grace's hits, follow Callie Grace on iTunes and Spotify today. Hey guys, we're back.
Oh, sorry. Okay, so I wanted you to explain to everyone, what you did today, because a couple of years ago when I saw it at your house, I thought it was the cutest Christmas craft type thing ever. I was jealous that I didn't have one, or two, three, four, how many ever I would have had. But um, let everyone know about what you did today at Denny's class.
Yes, so okay, so it's interesting. I know like every school has like what they want their room moms and what they want their parents to kind of be involved in. Some don't like any pretty much involvement. They don't really want the parents in the classroom. Some want full, like, yes, just come and do everything. Some want you have to sign up for certain days and there's only so many blocks, and every teacher is
Mm.
always so different. But I think this is the first time I've really been in a school where it's kind of put on the parents to do a craft with the kids during these parties. So like for me, I feel like the kids' holiday parties were always like basically gathered around food, really.
Yes.
And
Yes.
then, like, whatever, they maybe play a game or so, but most of it was really around food. Whereas this is kind of the opposite. Like, you could bring in a little bit of food. They don't really want they want to do it after lunch. So they've already had their lunch. And then you would provide a craft or whatever. Well, that's fine. Our first grade, the co-room mom already has a craft that she wants to do with them. So that's what she's doing. So I'm just organizing the hot cocoa bar for first grade. But the kindergarten teacher in Danny's class was talking to her room mom, and I'm not the room mom. I'm just
Uh-huh.
a mom that helps sometimes. And the room mom was like, yeah, the teacher would like us to come up with something that we can send the kids home with for their parents. And she's like, I don't know what to do. And she's so sweet. And she's like, this is her first year being a room mom. This is her oldest. He's in kindergarten.
Oh,
And I said, well, I don't know. We did this really cute activity. I said, really, the parents just kind of help. The teachers are the one that put it together, but I can always get the information from the teacher, and I can tell you what I already have. But um, in TK, we did, and so I have one for each girl because they had the same teacher. But sorry, my computer's being silly. But we have these wooden planks, and they're painted white, and so they look like snowmen. The kids like paint like their eyes, and they glue on a nose, and they do the dots with their fingers, and the top has a little cap, like a little beanie and a little scarf, and we measure the planks by the kid's height. So it's the same height as the kid, and the card is super cute. And I'm just going to read it because
that's my
I
favorite
won't
part of it.
remember. It says, lean the snowman against the wall to remind you of when I was this small. Fingerprints made the mouth and eyes. The snowman is just my size. So take him out each Christmas and see that I'm not as small as I used to be. And then it has the year, December, and the year. And so she's like, oh my gosh, I'm like tearing up. Like, this
Yes,
is
I see. I love
amazing.
it.
She's
I had
like,
never seen it before.
I know. And kudos to the TK teachers that have done this because it is really cute. And we do. I mean, they made the move. We're missing a beanie. I found that out. One's missing a beanie, but I'll just make
Luckily,
a new
that's an
one.
easy fix.
Yes. But it's really cute because they are the height that they were in that grade. And so, the kids they'll be able to. So what we did was today I went into the classroom, I helped them with the project. And then me and the room mom, after the project, before the end of the day, we measured all of the kids. And then Saturday we'll go to Lowe's, buy the wood, have Lowe's cut it for us, and then we'll bring them home and we'll paint the white so that we take them to
Okay. So the
school.
kids just have to do the
Just kids just have to
fingerprint
do,
part.
yeah,
Oh.
yeah, and
Do
the
the
little
kids pick
scarf.
their own beanie and scarf, or will you
So
guys
we
kind of have that for them?
we thought about that, and this class seems to be very vocal, and I could see a lot of, I want that one, I want that one. So we just
Yes.
decided to go with all the same.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I serve at church, and now I'm in a class with first graders. Um, I swear you cannot ask kids that age what color cupcake do you want? Do you want
Yes.
this or that? Because there's never going to be like we did a craft the other day and we had two colors for the sheets of paper, but none of them were enough for every kid. So each kid had to have a different color, right?
Yeah.
Well, then there's kids, I want that color. And it's like, okay, you're going to have to settle for this. I do not like asking kids at that age what they want. It's
Yeah.
like you get what you get,
Yeah.
in my
Yeah.
opinion, but
Yeah. So we just said, we'll just do all the same.
Good call.
There's no fighting.
Did
It
you guys
doesn't
already
matter.
pick it out?
She did. She did like a buffalo
Oh, that's cute.
color. Yeah,
Like
yeah.
with the red?
Yes.
Or okay, that's
Yeah.
super cute.
Yeah. She said she was like she kept sending me pictures, but I was working, and so I wasn't able to like I didn't even see my phone at the time. I think I was on a call. And then by the time she was like, I just left the store. I'm like, it's okay. Whatever you picked will work. She's like, I just did this. I'm
Yes.
like, that's gonna be perfect.
That's
So
cute. Very cute.
yeah, yeah, no, it was really it's gonna come out really cute and we're excited. So the kids will be able to take those home on Thursday after their party, which will be awesome.
Thursday,
Next
the
Thursday.
okay. Is
Yeah.
that
So
that's their last day of school, or do they
it's
go
their
part day Friday?
they go part day Friday. It's their party day. Their party days are on Thursday. So we just figured we'd send them home on Thursday. I don't know. There's probably
That's
going to be a
cute.
handful of kids that don't even go on Friday.
Yeah,
So
definitely. Um, you know what's kind of weird, and I could be wrong. I feel like I was looking at the student calendar, and I feel like my kids go to school on the 23rd, but that's a Monday.
yeah,
Wouldn't that be so weird?
that would be weird. You'll
But
have
I
you'll have
don't
to
know
find that out.
why I f- I felt like they said that break started the 24th,
Hmm.
but maybe I'm looking at, which it wouldn't make sense either, but I was thinking maybe I was looking at the staff calendar.
Well, it was funny because Tony goes, we're leaving to California. We're leaving to Stockton for Chris our look
What day are you guys
Montel.
leaving?
We leave Friday. And he goes, well, the plan was originally like the kids get out at noon. And so we would just leave straight from picking up the kids. And he said something and he's like, well, if their parties are on Thursday, do they really even need to go on Friday? Like, are they going to even have anything? And I go, we
They
have
go
to
to
get
mass on Fridays, don't they?
they don't. They actually go
Oh,
on
Wednesday,
Wednesdays.
huh? Okay.
Yeah. I was like, well, we have to get the car. We have to pack everything. We have to get everything ready. They're going to school. They're going to
Yeah,
go to school.
it's
If we get them out early, like if we're done and ready to hit the road at 10, that's fine. But I'm just like, I don't want them in my hair. Do you know what I
no.
mean? Like, I'm
No,
just like,
absolutely.
no, I
Yeah,
think
it
that's not.
makes more sense, right?
Yeah.
In my opinion, it does. I was trying to see if I could find the kids.
The calendar.
Yeah. Oh, I think I was actually looking on, like, I was on the band calendar, maybe.
Oh,
But those okay, this is my first year in marching band and high school band. Not me personally, but
oh,
as a
okay.
parent, I know you thought I went back to school and all.
Grandmas and marching bands.
Grandma and marching band, yes. So, um, I'm not familiar with any of the stuff, right? I don't know how any of it works, whatever. These kids practice during winter break. They they get like the week of Christmas, but then they're practicing the other week. It's a big
So,
commitment.
so what I gather from everything is you can't be much of a family vacationers
No.
in
No.
band.
No. It's wild.
That
And
wouldn't
I
work for
thought,
me.
yeah, I thought oh, marching band or marching season is fall into winter. Okay? So next semester they won't be doing marching, but they still have, it's called winter percussion.
Oh,
So
mhm.
it's all inside.
Yeah,
They're inside having concerts.
yeah,
So it's still a time commitment. But I'm just like, I mean, he loves it.
yeah.
I guess,
Well, that's good. It's good that
it,
he has something that he really loves.
yeah, I know, because Hayden doesn't. And Hayden looks back and he's like, I wish I would have done this or that. I'm like,
Yeah.
well, it's okay. Instead, you did drugs and drink, but, whatever.
That was a very small window, though. That was a
I
very
know, I
short
know.
window.
But I feel like I think his freshman year was COVID, right? Like, or maybe that was the first year back. He didn't really go to much 7th grade, and then 8th grade. I cannot even remember
I don't
which years.
know.
Either way,
It's,
there's a
yeah.
big chunk that felt like it was COVID. There was a big chunk that was like, we lost my grandparents. He was drinking and doing drugs, and it was just a disaster. And then thankfully Nancy came. And
But
I
he
mean,
got himself together before
he did.
Nancy. He got
I know
himself
he
together
did.
before.
I just like to mess with him, but
Yeah.
yeah, I know. Craziness. Okay, so I have a question for you.
Okay.
Do you Okay, well, I'm gonna put on my tinfoil hat, okay?
Oh
This is a
boy.
big
Here we
one.
go. Here
This
we
is a big
go.
one. Do you
JFRK
remember
Jr.
JFRK Jr.? Yes. Okay, but this isn't health related.
Okay.
This is, do you remember Malaysian Airlines Flight 370, the plane that
Yes.
just disappeared?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. I was listening to a podcast about it today. And holy smokes. Okay, first of all, there were videos that I had never seen before. This I mean, we were adults when it happened, right?
Mm-hmm.
Was it 2014?
I don't
Was it before that?
remember.
I don't know. Either way, we were adults when it happened. I don't know why I didn't see this kind of stuff before. There's video of these 3 things that fly around that airplane before it disappears. Have you ever seen that?
No.
It is wild. Okay.
What
So
do you
weird.
mean there's three things that fly around it?
So
Like drones?
I don't I don't know that they're drones. I guess they could be, but yeah, it's just, I mean, I don't know the size, maybe drone size. Um, but you can see them like in the video, you can see these 3 things, and it's kind of like circling. These 3 things are circling around the plane, like, right. So the plane's a tube, and then they're circling around the tube. They do that for a little bit, and then they get into a triangle, like on the plane. Basically, it looks like, and then the plane disappears. You think I'm a crazy person. Honestly, they also have thermal images of that whole thing. And you can see these things swirling around it, and then like a triangle. It is weird. Okay. So bizarre. Had never seen that before. Why haven't I seen that?
Well, I don't know. It could be AI, but
No.
what would be the reason for these things? And
Okay,
what would be
this is where
oh
you're
boy.
gonna have to follow.
Oh gosh,
Okay.
okay.
So there are a lot of different theories about what happened with it, right? Um, one thing that I guess came out was there was 500 pounds of lithium batteries on the plane.
Mm-hmm.
And lithium can explode, or whatever you would call it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, catch fire, yada yada, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So, um, that did come out. Like, the airline ended up admitting to that like a couple weeks later or whatever. So, possibility that there was a fire. But the biggest thing is those things circling around. So, the guy is talking about how essentially it's like a wormhole, and that's created by energy. So essentially, I don't know what these things flying around it would be and how they do it, but essentially they cause the, we see air. We don't see it, right? We see there's nothing here, but there really are these molecules. There are things in this space, and they can create energy. It is crazy. Essentially, they're saying that those things, the guy was saying that those things could be moving around, creating the energy, the negative space, and it essentially sucks it. It sucks that stuff out, causes the plane to go. Yeah, it's wild. I don't know. You're looking at me like like I'm a crazy person. I wish you would be interested in this kind of stuff because it is so wild. The stuff, because some of the stuff it's like, okay, that just sounds way too crazy. But then some of the stuff makes sense. And it's like, okay,
So
because some things have been like scientifically
you're
proven.
saying that these things that were flying around it are not man-made then? They're not like it's not like a robot. It's not like a mechanical something. It's
So the guy was saying that he believes that they're kind of like plasma orb type things, is what he
okay.
was saying. Now, there was a lot of scientific talk, and I am not a scientific person, but he was talking
You could
about
have fooled me.
I know. Um he was talking about actual like the scientific proof of this negative space and all of these wild things and how it's possible that that could have happened. The reason that could have happened, not the reason that could have happened, but the reason they believe this took place with that airplane is there were 20, gosh, they're semi something conductors or whatever. I don't know. It's this piece of technology that I guess these people who were working for America, but they're like Chinese citizens or something like that. I don't know. They were going to go to China. And I think so. What they're saying is that the US government thought that they were going to basically turn on the US and give the technology to China. And so they essentially intercepted the plane. That's
So the US has the ability to utilize those plasma things
to
to
essentially,
create the whole.
yeah, it's it's essentially using energy to remove
Mm-hmm.
space that caused that. So, yeah, they're saying, and then I guess there are a lot of eyewitnesses that saw the plane, saw this, saw that, right? But what they were saying is that after the fire started, the plane would go black. Like it would affect the electrical system and the plane would go black. So the signals would be gone, right? Um, and what about the fact that they found the tail of the plane? Remember when that happened? Okay, well they did. They found this piece of debris in the ocean and it had been missing for like I don't know. It was I want to say maybe 2 years or something like that. And it appears and then there's like barnacles on the thing, right? But when you study the barnacles have essentially only been there for about 4 months. Where was this thing that whole other time? I'm I'm just saying that I think our government is shady AF. And I wouldn't put anything past them.
I wouldn't either. I agree. I don't know about wormholes and things. I mean,
I know.
it seems a little Men in Black.
Yes.
Um,
Okay. So he does kind of talk about that and he's like it's not exactly like that, but kind of similar. Like what they actually can do. And I am sure there is technology that they have that nobody knows about,
sure,
right?
absolutely.
Okay. And you know these like UFOs that people are seeing and things like that. I don't think those are UFOs. I think sure they're unidentified flying objects, but I think that those are things either other governments are using to try to collect data or our government
Did they
has.
say anything about the balloon?
They did not say anything about the balloon, but I mean, they know the balloon was a Chinese balloon just gathering data, It's fine. Whatever. Also, with the flight 370, or was it 370? It was, right? I think so. Maybe I'm wrong. But anywho, that flight, like you listen to this guy who's I I guess in like Malaysia or whatever, maybe the like Secretary of Defense or something like that, right? I don't know what that title would be over there. But an interview he does, he seems so shady, so weird. He's like kind of like smiling and like laughing and stuff. And he's like talking about, well, you know, what you want us to shoot it down. And the lady's like, well, why would you shoot it down? He says that they didn't like try to intercept it or do anything with it because they knew it was a commercial flight. They knew it wasn't hostile. So there was no need to. How do you know it's not hostile? Because there had to have been communications for them to know, or they had to know what the situation was, right? You can't just assume that, especially
Right.
like after 9/11. No one can just assume like this
Right.
rogue plane is nothing.
Right.
But yeah, he seems like super sketch. I'm just saying, down my rabbit holes with my big old tinfoil hat, it's wild.
Uh-huh.
It's getting
Yes,
wild
it
out here.
is.
And I just keep going and going. I don't even know where I'm going to end because I'm also listening to this whole Kamala conspiracy thing.
Oh, see, no. You know what I listen to? I listen
You
to
listen to
Jeff
Jeff
Lewis.
Lewis.
Yep. All I care,
I'm
I
too
just want to
busy.
hear. You're too
Grandma
busy.
Ashley's got to, yeah, Grandma Ashley's got to hear about, I got a grandbaby to protect from these crazy people in this world.
Okay.
I don't know.
I'm going to make his first onesie full of foil.
What if it's a
And-
girl?
or
No,
hers.
foil's not good for you. Foil is not a, I could never really actually wear a tinfoil hat because aluminum isn't safe for you.
Okay, we'll just throw metal on you.
Okay, silver. Okay. Oh man. Oh gosh. Okay, this is a whole nother subject. So I'll have to save that for another day.
Oh
But
my
silver would be
goodness.
protective.
If anyone out there knows anything about what Ashley is talking about, please feel free to chime in because I am like, what
I
is
just wish
happening?
that you
What
would
is
watch.
happening?
I wish you would watch a video on this. I'm going to send you the clip of where you can see those little thingies so that you can see what I'm talking about. I know you don't want to watch a whole 2.5 hour podcast on it. I do because I'm crazy. Well, I listen to it while I'm working. I'm listening to that. And so I hear all this crazy stuff, and it is just, I don't know. I think
Illuminati. Illuminati.
before COVID, I would not have thought anything about it. I would have thought, oh, that's crazy, this, and that. But everything that went down with COVID and everything you see like that's happening, it's like, oh gosh, this is a crazy, crazy world. And things are being
Crazy.
uncovered that I don't think they ever expected would.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm crazy. Anywho, that's my, conspiracy corner right there for you.
Okay. Do 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 do. We're gonna change
Yeah.
our intro song when Ashley gets on.
Yes, I love it. I love it.
Well, thank you guys so much for joining us today.
Thank
We will
you.
be back with more episodes, so please keep tuning in. And thanks for swapping with us.
Bye.